nkoma ebunye yenu si ajide nkoji na aga n'iru biko ka anyị gbakọ kịta wee kene Eze-Ana Eze-Ana ga-adị Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu nwoke ọma nọrọ ifite ị ga-adị ọdịnala bụ eziokwu ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ ịma na o nwere olu na-eti mkpu na-asị ụmụ Igbo chigharịa ụmụ Igbo chigharịa kwa mbọsị ọ na-eti n'ụtụtụ n'abalị ọ nọ na nkụzi Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu onye ọma n'ọrụ ifite onye mgbasa ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'iru Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu onye mmanya je eme ọnụ ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'iru Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu onye ọma n'ọrụ ifite onye mgbasa ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'iru Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu onye mmanya je eme ọnụ ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'iru Eze-Ana ga-adị Ugochi tubelu ga-adị Ugochi tubelu tempụl ọ ya adị maka na eziokwu anwa chacha ndị ụka erigo anyị front and back ndị oche eri anyị front and back fadi asị kala aka ghọrị ụmụ Igbo si anyị rapụ nke anyị na nke fe ka mma bulu Baịbụl bịa akwụkwọ akụkọ mepekwa chọọchị fa okwu n'ụka bịa.
Good morning, viewers all over the world. My name is Ogbuefi Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu n'Oraifite. Abụ m onye isi nchụaja n'Ugochi tubelu ọdịnala temple. Anyị na-agba afa miri emi dịkwazị ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche. Abụkwazị m onye isi nchụaja n'ọdịnala Restoration Evangelical Mission. Bụrụkwazị onye mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo. So you can call me a priest or an evangelist. I will answer. My mission is to help people live better life. Today in this program, Hour of Truth, topic is all you should know about your guardian angel and the consultation for your guardian angel's name. There is more you should know about your guardian angel and the consultation that follows. As for the only boboro, ihe gosiri ịma gbasara onye ụwa gị ma ọ wasị ka agba afọ onye ụwa kiri ihe ọpụta na ihe ị ga-eme ka imeta ya ọfụma. Before we dive into today's lecture, important announcement. Don't forget that our monthly ritual is still ongoing, the month of October. You can still join for this month or upper month. It's sacrifice for upliftment, breakthrough, and liberation. And you can join us anywhere you are under the world, under the sun. Because God's power is everywhere. It's a group sacrifice. We have lots of testimonies. But as you all know, we don't share testimonies on social media or in the TV. You know why? It's not necessary. But we have lots of testimonies. We started these rituals, group rituals, almost 3 years now. This morning I have gone to the temple to make declarations upon the lives of those that join us. On the last day of the month, we visit the waters with sacrificial stuff. Then to make sacrifices and saraka on behalf of God. Then we proceed back to the temple to offer sacrifices to entities of powers in the temple. Then with ram ebunu, make saraka on behalf of all. So if you are interested in joining us, what you have to do is to forward your 3 prayer requests, make token donation to the account number, chat me on WhatsApp. I will tell you other details we need for you in order to. My WhatsApp number, or if you have any question in today's lecture you're about to hear, chat me on WhatsApp 0805 78 37672. I repeat, 0805 78 37672 or 0813 8243 871. I repeat, 0813 8243 871. Let's proceed. Their guidance angel, I have said it times without number. Who is their guidance angel? Some people call it many names. Some call it your guidance angel, some call it your spiritual guide, some call it onyo, some call it many things. But the most important thing is that the guide, your spiritual guide, the last man standing before you, is the closest being to you. Some call it the third eye, some call it anything. But what I can tell you that every human spirit here on earth has a guide. Interpretation depends on where you are coming from, maybe cultural understanding and what have you. But like I told you before, now that spirituality is one. What the work of the guardian angel is that closest being that is there to guide you, to tell you the do's and the don'ts. That's their guardian angel. That their guardian angel is in union with your spiritual forces. In Igbo spirituality, we call them Eze-Ana. Yes, it's the general name that combine all your spiritual forces. Name them your guardian angel, your ancestors, your Agu, your Ndotu, maybe Dimri, Ondiana, Ondikuku, or whatever. All your spiritual forces coming together. Call them Eze-Ana. However, today I want to tell you what you need to know about your guardian angel and why you should always be at peace with your guardian angel. Because your guided angel is the closest being to you, it's the last man standing. If you are at peace with your guided angel, nothing negative will happen to you. But nothing will happen to you without the consent of your guided angel. Your guided angel must permit it, whether that thing is negative or positive. It must come in line and support of your guided angel. That is why you need to be at peace with your guardian angel. So that your guardian angel will always stand by you, fight your battle, and refuse to approve anything negative. Yes. So that is why Igbo adage says, and I quote, ọ bụrụ na chi onye adịghị n'izu, n'isi na-achị ya, meaning if your chi does not support any negative decision, vibrations against you, it will never happen, and they will grow old and grow gray hair. So if your chi does not permit any torture, any brouhaha towards you for disobedience, it can never work because it's your guide. Let me paint a earthly picture for you to understand what chi looks like. Yachi, have you seen His Excellency, a governor or a president, whatever? Do you notice that there is this personal security, personal detail, normally called ADC? That man, that policeman, uniform man that always stand by the side of the back of the president or governor. Yes. Why I use it as an example for you to understand what I'm saying. That ADC you are seeing is the last man standing to His Excellency, Mr. Governor or President. Meaning, for you to have direct link, closest link with Mr. President, ADC we know. ADC is the closest person that knows so much about the person. In fact, sometimes if you visit even His Excellency, the ADC will be there, hearing what you are discussing with the boss. And the man is someone that will always keep it for Mr. President. So let me give you another example. I remember days in the 80s, I think around 88 or so, when General Ibrahim, the former head of state, Ibrahim Babangida, was the president of Nigeria. I remember the story had it that there was coup plotted against him. Yes. And in that particular coup, the ADC lost his life because he was very royal ADC. He defended his master to the extent that he sacrificed his life. That is the work of ADC. This is the woman concept. But spiritual concept, I can tell you, your spiritual guide will stand by you in all ramifications as long as you are in good terms. So always I would advise you, anywhere you are going, before leaving your house, tell your chief that you are going. Tell your chief where you are going. Then if you come back, say thank your chief that you are back and I'm thanking you. What I went for was successful, or it didn't work out the way I wanted it. However, I'm grateful. Always carry, because the what I didn't see now, you choose or meaning that if you are ahead of your chi, you explain tire. Yes. So chi is very important. So discover yours. How you will discover yours? Create time for personal relations. I keep saying it because it's the key. Yes. Create time for spiritual exercise where you can interact with your chi and your image. Call upon them. What they need for you is recognition. Recognition. Once they don't understand that you recognize and value them, believe in me, they will always be there to fight your battle. So some people that are always asking me how will they know the East? The East is simple. In your compound, once you wake up, look at where the sun is coming from. That side is the East. Yes. With this, my explanation, you understand where the East is. Even inside your room, 4 corners of your room, there's a side that faces the East. Again, let me give you another example how you will know the East if you are still in doubt. If you are living in urban area, especially in Nigeria, and if there is anybody that mounted DSTV dish, you know this dish now, those dish, pan dish, where the dish face is the East. Are you following? And the East remain the East, whether morning, afternoon, or night. So don't tell me that there is no sun. You can do it whether it's night. Remember, the East remain the East. They have prayers they said early in the morning. Yes, around between 5 to 6. Yes, they face the East. There is no sun there. There's another prayer they normally say within around at the night, maybe around 7, 8. They face East. So don't ask me if whether there must be sun before you know. East remains East. Are you following? Then again, this lecture will not be long, but I want to explain something to you. Then some people normally face as in challenges in dilemma, as in especially the newcomers, the new adherents of Igbo spirituality. What you normally mistake people, most people normally do, that once they come to Ordinary, they want to know their chonyo. It's not the first move. Believe in me. Now, if you want, what you want to know is to know if it's your kafo, your grandfather or your great grandfather is your chi. Have you changed anything? No. What you need to do is first do Adip Afa first to know exactly where your problem is coming from, because you are like a sick person. So do general lab to know where you have got it wrong. Are you diabetic? Do you have typhoid? Do you have malaria? Do you have ulcer and this and that? What you need. So that you will know where challenges is coming from. Then begin your spiritual exercise to do the needful. Yes, pay attention to those areas you have health challenges. So I will advise you, once you come to Ordinary, it's not your chafachi is the most important thing. Look for who is what is happening around you in your spirit, within your spiritual horizon, as in know exactly what is happening around you within your spiritual vibrations. Now you find out where your problem is coming from, maybe Ocho. Then avoid those things that will trigger Ocho the more. Yes. Example, you are a married woman, you already know that you are forbidden from seeing another man. As long as you remain in that marriage. If not, you pack out. Yes. Or you're a married man, you are already forbidden from seeing another man's wife. So all those things, you know those things, if you is always on your part, avoid those things that trigger it more. So that if you be able to pay the debt you are already owing, now you'll be a free man. So all those things is what Alpha will indicate for you to be free. So that spiritually you're already putting yourself in the right footing. So that you will be able to be or become worthy of spiritual benefits. So that if there is any blessing released upon your lives, you will be able to contact it. Because you have made up your mind and keep everything clear. So what I'm saying in essence is this. Remember that you always make your part very clear. By start adjusting, start aligning. Yes. So to be at peace with your own and spiritual forces. Then if there is any way your foundation is faulty, yes. If there is any way your foundation is faulty, then through Alpha will reveal. Yes. If there is any spirit that is as in leveling against an allegation against your foundation, against your family, you be at peace with that spirit. So that when your blessings start to come, nobody or no spirit will revolt against it. Do you know that sometimes your blessing has been released, but because of negative vibration that is kicking and revolting against your blessing, sorry, your blessing will be attacked. You know. Did you remember that story in the book of Daniel, where Daniel was praying? An angel was sent to go and deliver his blessings so that his prayers will be answered. But that angel came as he's coming down to answer his prayers, deliver his prayers, blessings. This particular angel was hijacked by a negative forces. It took another intervention from the higher being, higher entities, to go and rescue that particular trapped angel. And when the angel came, eventually succeeded and visited Daniel, he told Daniel that your prayer has been answered all this while. But the angel that is on his way coming to deliver your blessings, he was hijacked. I don't know what is hijacking your blessings. It could be a spirit for your family that is revolting against negligence. Yes. So some of those. So that is what you need first in order to align and clean up all the mess around you. So that whenever you pray, your chi will be active. That is what you need first. After that, you do the alignment with your chi. Then what next is when you are ready for then but note that even if you do not do Afonu, once you have created a spiritual path has been cleansed, you will need to go na mo mo ifa anyo konkwo nwokoye onye aba na nna akpọ go chi onye ụwa gị chi onye ụwa m gịnị kenga gị na mmụọ niile gị na-asụ n'aha Chukwu okike pụrụ ime ihe niile na-asị gị gbarata, believe in me. You are commanding that Chukwu chi onye ụwa gị in the name of Chukwu okike bụ aka ha kacha aka niile, the name greater than any other name. Believe in me that your chi and your spiritual forces that don't have any other choice than to obey that particular command and summon. You eat and offer those sacrificial stuff and do saraka on your with your chi and eat with your chi, you are good to go. Believe in me. It's because you don't know the power that is in you. Yes, you don't, even if their children knows that he is their chi. Yes. The only thing is that you don't know. I can tell you that there are some people that are unique in nature. By just aligning with their chi visited them. That my son or my daughter, search no more. I'm your guardian angel. I'm your chi onyowa. I'm your grandmother or your grandfather. I'm just give it as an example. It have happened to many. Depend on how you open your inner self. That is one thing and another. So another thing, because I told you that this lecture will not be long. What again I want to tell you is this. The problem we are facing in these challenging times in this world, part of the world now, is because lots of things have been bastardized. In the olden days, the time of our fathers, doing Afuago, Afonyowa is not difficult. You know why? Because that time, married women often respect themselves. The Ebanilo, percentage is very minimal or even at zero level. But nowadays, believe me, I can tell you to be fact based on analysis and what I'm saying. I can tell you boldly that 50% of married women today, nowadays, cheat for one reason or the other. Ranges from uncontrollable lifestyle, ranging from material things and insatiable longing and desire, burning desire, because of carnal way of lifestyle over the years, and they become addicted to some of this lifestyle that will eventually consume them if care is not taken. So because of all these things put together, that is why the cheating rate is so high. But I can tell you, it destroys. Do you know why it destroys? If I tell you, open your eyes to tell you the destruction, if a woman cheats, the destruction it brought to the family is too much to mention. I can tell you. Let me tell you, let me just paint a small picture for you to understand. That is one of the reasons why Ibrahim nowadays is so difficult. Do you know that if you decide you want to line up women that have like 5, 6, 7 children, bring them like 10 of them, and ask them to swear. How many of them will swear that out of those 5, 7 children she has, that her husband is responsible for all of them? How many of them? Also, Gaba, what you will see will shock you. I can tell you. Maybe you have 1 or 2. Maybe the other ones is someone else. So what I want to tell you is this. Because that one is a story for another day, but what I want to tell you is this, that it's causing problem. You know why? It's causing problem because in some Igbo land, based on the custom of each town. But generally speaking, I can tell you that some of the people someone you are claiming that is your father might not actually be your father spiritual wise. Do you know that some people are answering another person, calling another person daddy, but actually saying that person is not their daddy? If DNA is open now. Yes. Do you know that some ladies can come to you that you got them pregnant, but in actual sense, you are not the real person? Maybe you're dating 1 or 2 or 3, multiple people. But when the whole thing casala burst, you go to TV, you say, if I hear my name in your mouth, you are gone. You go to Emeka will say, if I hear Pim from your mouth, my name, I will deal with you mercilessly. You go to Chibike, and Chibike will you the accept. Believe in me, Chibike is not the biological father of that child. But Chibike will keep on nursing that child, taking care of the mother and baby. Before you know it, marriage is start. Before you know it, keep having children. But I can tell you that child is not yours. That one is even aside. But there are some people that will be living under a man's roof, but they will still going outside for browsing. And that is why in this nowadays, most young people are going for married women. They will say that it's cheaper. Some will tell you that why they will prefer them that nobody will tell you that he got her pregnant. Because after sleeping with you, a day, 2 days, you go and sleep with her husband. So if anything happens, there is no way, no trace. Everybody is no why man now where. Are you following? All this promiscuous lifestyle, is bringing distortion in the whole process. Yes, I have said it in many of my lectures. So because of this, because of some of you that is embedded that it must have you, I can tell you sometimes you that is even gingering. The name we are even calling, the name, the person you claim to be your father is not even your father. So it's even causing problem because of fake identity. Because what is happening is that when you want to do Afonu, so many things is involved. Yes. And the vibration of you that is present. Let me tell you what you don't know. If you go to Alpha, you are present. Yes, it's not everybody that will be able to do alpha if you're not present. But if you are present, the person will be able to tap your energy, either touching your, your palms, or you use something like horn. Ask you to touch the horn, mention your name. What this person is actually trying to do is to transfer your energy to the alpha cast. Are you following? Those objects, any object the person is using, what is trying to use to tap your energy in order to be able to connect with your chi and forces, in order for your forces to begin to speak. Many people use many methods, but I want to just tell you the thing. So, but what happens is that when the person is tapping your energy and putting it to those items you're using for consultation, your personal energy is there. And you are asked your name. You mention a name of one man, maybe from another town. But in the real sense, the spermatozoa that hatched the egg that molded you is from a horse and a man in Lagos State. Or even though you're a man. Now everything is gone twisted. So when the person is now calling your ancestors to speak, your ancestors will be saying another thing, your vibration is saying another thing, and the name you presented is pointing to another different ancestor. So if there is some alpha, it will be entering. At the end of the day, you will be confused because if you ask the question for this direction, it will go at the end of the day, nothing comes. After a bank, they want after a bank. If you ask the other one, at the end of the day, it's just another room. And sometimes, oh, to a corner, or maybe to I am also about. Therefore, na eziokwu niile nwere ike ma ya bụrụsi na nya pụtara ma onye abụrụ onye kwesịrị ịpụta apụtasị n'ọnya maka na enwego confusion. Ịma ọnụ na-abụ ọ bụrụ na aghụghọ dịba too much, ọgbaghara dị ọbara onye aghụghọ. If there is conflict, you become a beneficial to a deceitful person. Conman. So what I'm saying is that if there is no calm, peaceful atmosphere, the real genuine person might be difficult to find. So because of this, there is confusion everywhere. But the only problem is, the only people that can solve this problem is our women. If women of nowadays, we understand the magnitude of what they are doing. Because this person that is coming with a fake identity will tomorrow become the eldest. Maybe he will be in Okumwa or Okwan. But for the fact that all go to Okenya and Yaja. Or do you about Obro food, but not call for an or father alone because he's a novice, he's an Onyobia to live in that land. On our Mokumu, because it's foreigner. Tomorrow, all those things we hear and you have bastardized. There are so many things in our system. However, what I'm telling you is this: pay attention to inner self. That is why some certain things are so important. Like one of the actually will not see about for you may establish, but not only go establish your connection, personal relation with your spiritual forces. Believe in me, those your spiritual forces will be communicating to you. You build personal relation with them. Some of them can even come and tell you the message themselves. And what you must do in Igbo spirituality, if for any reason a man for any reason played away match and have a son in our own culture, and have a son there, and for any reason this is the people maybe there's some people that doesn't take what is not theirs, like Delta Igbos. If for any reason you pregnant one of their daughter, they will invite you at the appropriate time to come and carry your child. Now, if such a child is brought to your family, there are some certain rituals you will do before the Ndichie. To tell Ndichie that when you went to Oloibo, that you so that he had a son with so person, and that child, they have brought the child back to you. You do the necessary introduction and do the sacrifice that follows. That is one, the spiritual angle. Then you call your umunna. You call your umunna to tell them that no way koja ijel. No nwere nwatakịrị nwaanyị nwoke nwatakịrị nwetara mgbe ije nya bụ ọlụ ebe ịkọja. Then ụmụnna gị enwe ka esi eme ya aga ọjị ụmụnna anabata ya as your son. Ọ ya bụ ihe ị ga-eme na adịghị eme na nzuzo. That is one you like ọdịnala Igbo. So one, you allow their Ndichie and play with them to accept that child. Are you following? Then he call it he inform their ụmụnna too. That is the only way that will want to carry manage at that family. But most of you do not even know that this used to happen. Let me stop here. If you have any question in today's lecture or nature about your family, chat me on WhatsApp 0805 7837 672. I repeat 0805 7837 672 or 0813 82 43 871 0813 82 43 871. See you tomorrow. No ga one case. I want to go to the church. I'm a Jano. You put me. Go to